I'm Edward Otto Zelke, and let's queer up trans rights. Scouting America reaffirms trans youth welcome amid Hegseth claims of policy shift. Scouting America says transgender youth remain welcome in its programs, despite claims from Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth that membership rules would change. On Friday, the organization pushed back after Hegseth said in a social media video that Scouting America would, quote, modify its policy to make clear that membership would be based solely on the biological sex at birth and not gender identity, end quote. He also said biological boys and girls will not be permitted to occupy or share intimate spaces together, such as toilets, showers, and tents, and criticized the group for welcoming the, quote, destructive myth of gender fluidity and transgenderism to infiltrate their membership, end quote. Scouting America's leadership directly contradicted those remarks. President and CEO Roger Crone told the Associated Press, quote, we have transgender people in our program and will have transgender people in our program going forward, end quote. In a memo to members, Crone wrote that the eligibility requirements are unchanged and that Scouting will welcome and serve all youth with existing registration and youth protection policies remaining in place, while announcing another program changes, new merit badges, and the dissolution of its DEI committee. Crone emphasized that membership rules governing who can join are not being altered. The organization recently rebranded as coeducational and says it now serves nearly 1 million youth nationwide. Well, that is some sort of positive news that we are resisting. But, I am concerned that, with the dissolution of the DEI, that, how are we protecting our trans kids in those moments? And how are we educating our leaders to be sensitive to them? So, it's kind of a little bit of a double-edged sword, this, but it is making progress.
When men in power start targeting trans kids, that's not policy. That's all politics, okay? And I'm glad that Scouting America is saying not today, right? But nearly 1 million young people are watching how us adults show up right now, and inclusion shouldn't just be a trend. It should just be their responsibility to be. Mm-hmm. Just be. I just imagine those queer kids, those LGBTQIA kids in that, that's fellowship, that's growth, that's helping them evolve and be better humans.
Yeah.
And they need that and they deserve that. But they also deserve to be in a place where they have their dignity and where they're safe. 150%. So, might be a step in the right direction, but even the name kind of doesn't make me feel good. Scouting America kind of makes me feel creepy. Like when they told me not to sit on my uncle's lap, like that. Yeah. That's what it makes me feel like,
Yeah, it does sound a little creepy to me. And, just the fact that, that they're at least trying to, make a step forward.
They could roll over and kiss the ring and be like, really okay. Could.
So it really is, to me, really amazing to see a group like this that is such has been well over hundreds of years in the country, operating. Yeah. So.
Well, we'll keep you abreast of this story for sure. And there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.